Orange County Registered Digital.
Well, it's lucky for me because I'm a geek, and I feel really, I echo the sentiments of my colleagues when they say how lucky they are to do what they do, because I feel really lucky that I'm able to mix my love of technology and my passion for photography. You know, one of the things I've always loved about photojournalism is being able to take people to places they can't go themselves, or show them places they can go themselves, but in a different view they might not expect. So, you know, there's been a lot of talk in the news about the drones, and I don't like to call them drones. They're actually quadcopters. There's a little technical difference. A drone is something that flies by itself. You command it, it goes, you're not controlling it. A quadcopter or an unmanned vehicle is, like, I'm in control of it all the time. But mostly I just like to think of it as my flying camera. And you know, you can give people different views. This is in Doheny Beach. You know, views you're not expecting. Bring our readers to see something different. Again, this from the ground, this looks a little different. This is also in Doheny Beach. And a volleyball match on the sand. But you know, these are cool, kind of pretty pictures, but we can use it for news too. We were doing a story about the drought impacting new homes. There was something like 440,000 new homes that are now in the pipeline for Orange County, and where is all that water? How are we going to get all the water for all those new homes? So here's a few pictures from a story we did, they wrote about. You know, this is Rancho, Mission Viejo. These are homes built in the last 6 months or so, and how they just kind of, how dry it is around the homes. We're trying to give it some perspective. And I'm sure you remember about a month ago, thousands of crabs washed up on shore. And we had people on the ground. There's a picture in the slideshow, in the show, with people going through the crabs. So I went out there with the quadcopter, tried to show a different angle. This is on Balboa Island. Trying to bring people, and this kid, this is in China Cove, was collecting crabs to use as bait. He was going to go fishing the next day. So I try to give people a little different view that they're not expecting. But to that end, we've been doing, again with the technology, we did some cool stuff for the new Angel site we're doing. And I did these virtual panoramas where you can scroll around and see something from a view you're not used to. So this is behind home plate. You can scroll around the stadium. You can zoom in and out like you're standing there. Go up and down. And this is kind of cool, but anybody can see that view, right? Took a bunch of pictures, put them together in software, make a panorama, and then the software puts it in so you can spin around. But we also were able to do some cool stuff. Like this is the Angels locker room, which most people can't go. I'd never been in there. Did a panorama and put it together, and we can let our readers, he's going to start, move around the Angels locker room. Or I've been corrected multiple times, it's a clubhouse in baseball. Not a locker room. But you can zoom in and out. See whose locker is next to whose. So just kind of a fun way to bring people someplace they can't usually go. And to that end, I kind of hold on. Another way I use technology is with these fun then and nows. And of course, you can only see these in the paper. I'm sorry, you can only see these online. Because you have a little scroll bar, and you can go back and forth and see the old picture, the new picture, and see how it matches up. And the idea is to have something that not only looks at the architecture, but hopefully shows people what was important to people back then, how our culture has changed. Just give a little perspective. These first few were done for the Little Saigon package we did, about the 40th anniversary. So I have fun. This is the Asian Garden Mall on Bolsa. So that was what, 1987 to 2015. So try to line it up. This is Dan Quach. He opened the first, one of the first businesses in Little Saigon. He opened a pharmacy in 1978, I believe. Yeah, 1978. And he was one of the first businesses there. After that, other Vietnamese businesses started coming to the area. And he's still at the phone today. This is 2015. Just has a little less hair. Then we have Disneyland. You might have seen some of these in our Disney package, but there's Walt Disney in the 60s coming through the back of Sleeping Beauty Castle. And here it is today, decked out for its 60th anniversary. And it's not, you might think it's like Michelle was saying about just going and snapping a picture. It's not that easy to get these lined up. You kind of have to guess where people were standing, kind of guess the lens that was used. Sometimes you can't get quite in the spot where the pictures were taken before. This is Disneyland this is Tomorrowland in what, in the 1960s, with the People Mover, which isn't there, and the rocket ships, which aren't there anymore, but the Matterhorn's still there. And this, I think, is the last one. Disneyland's front gate in the train station. And this is in the 1960s, although the clothes look a little 50s-ish. But in the way they have it there today. It's pretty similar. Kind of fun stuff. And the last group I have, it kind of combines a couple technologies. These are then and nows that I did with the quadcopter. So this is Angel Stadium in the 60s when it opened. Which today is interesting. Today it's the 4th oldest ballpark in the country. I think, because you have Wrigley and Fenway, and then Dodgers is number 3, and so the Angels is the 4th oldest ballpark in the country, which is kind of amazing when you think about it. It's not that old. Here it is today. And you can see how the A used to be the scoreboard in the outfield. I think in the 80s when they expanded for the Rams, they moved it to by the freeway. Oh, that's the same picture. There we go. It's not as easy to line it up exactly when you're flying above it. So here's another one. And of course, I couldn't fly the quadcopter when there was a game going on because I'm not going to make the news as the guy that crashes it into the stadium. Which is kind of fun. You can see the and that's it.
Orange County Register. We are here in the service of Orange County.